Hey everybody, Archangel here. Just coming at you. Let you know I'm still alive, still playing the game. You'll find that out in this video. Just kind of giving y'all a heads up. This video that is coming up, I did record yesterday, but I did not have the time to sit down and edit it and get it put out. So you are catching it today, but I thought I'd at least give uh, an intro to it. So yeah, we're basically going to discuss the two new bosses that are going to be coming to um, the new dungeon that they've got. I'll be danged if I can't remember what it is. The Hall of Conquerors, yes. So we're gonna touch on that real briefly and talk about that for the moment. I'm gonna kind of give a middle of the week synopsis of the account, how things are going, and then I think we're gonna dive in and do some summons. So if you're all ready, let's sit down and let's get the show on the road. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, Archangel here. Oops, didn't mean to go there. Did not mean to go there. Welcome everybody. Sorry for the long delay in videos. It's just the game's not throwing out content and there's not a lot to do in the beginning like there was when it originally launched. So you just work with what you can. I haven't really looked to see how many people there are that still do content for this. I know I'm one, Odd One Gaming is, Stu is, Dialer I think will drop something every now and then. Um, I don't, I guess that's, okay. I guess that's a project for me to do between now and the next time I throw out a video so everybody can kind of have an idea. I mean, and I'm sure if you Google on YouTube, you'll still have people. Of course, a lot of them that did do, you will see that it might be older content, but I think Odd One and I, and then Stu, that I know of off the top of my head, and possibly Dialar, and Dialar. We'll throw Dialar in there too. Are like really the only ones that are still putting out some content for the game. Even though it's like, what do we do? But anyways, yeah. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Archangel Battles. I am Archangel, and we will dive into this. So this is a hump day. This is a midweek video. Gonna check out some things that's been going on. Progress on the account. Events that are coming up as well. Also want to bring up and let everybody know that oh, it's not in here. All right, never mind. There is the daily draw that if you go to let me see. Let me do it this way. Come on, get over there. Yeah, they're doing the daily gift draw again. Can I want to I want to bring this down in here so you guys can see it. Get this to there we go. Oh, come on. But yeah, they're doing the daily gift draw again, and it's running from the 14th of May all the way to the 10th of June. So, so you get the good stuff out of there. You know, the normal stuff. You get a coupon, summons, and then stamina. So, you know, it's the typical stuff that you get. Let's throw this back off here. Come on, and boom, make that go back full screen. There we go. Put that back there and go back to this. There we go. All right. I need a third. Need a. I'm. I don't have the greatest setup here, everybody. I've got a gaming laptop that I do all the gaming and everything from, and then I've got a TV that I'm using as a monitor. I'd love to have a second monitor to set up and use for some other stuff like that as well. But anyways, so let's real quick like look at some events. There's the new equipment collecting points event. So you just go in and collect, you know, equipment. Whatever you collect, you get points, and then your rewards. It's basically resources and stamina. So, and then you get these two selector chests down here. So I just, you know, not worth it. Then you got an enhancement. So if you go in and you enhance equipment, You're going to get, what was that, 5 special summons and then these chance chests at equipment. So not all that great. The Raid of Apapelia bounty ended. Was not really anything to write home about. Uh, this I need to do this so I can finish that out. And of course, then you got your Vision, Vivian event, and then of course she's still on the banner, but we're not worried about that. I finally reached level 100, so yeah, don't freak out at my stamina. It just capped out on me, so it's no big deal. Um, Real quick, light, we'll look over this. So the power up dungeon, of course, we've got 10 going here. Burning Land, we've got 10 going. Uh, Frozen Plain is able to do 10. Shrine of Storms, I'm able to do 10 and actually got it down quicker. And the team I'm using is right here. Very solid team. These two keep his turn meter in check. He does still get some hits off, but not as bad if you didn't have these keep him in check. Nika, she's just a bomb. She does everything you need to do to keep your team healed up, and then Gillian helps. And then he's just the MVP. He's the damage dealer. He's knocking everything out of the park. So, but yeah, equipment dungeon, still stuck here at this. I just need to probably rework some stuff. Maybe look at a different team. Probably Origin of Apelia. We're doing at 10. Fortress of Arcellus. We're at 10. I just ran that one not a moment ago. Padarge. I haven't ran this lot. Once I cleared this, I kind of forgot about it. So we're still at 7. Hall of Conquerors reset. I need to do that. I still got some clan raids I need to do. I just did my Forbidden Dungeon. I tried hard, but I just wasn't getting it, and I got a little tired, so I quit. Favorite Dungeon. Uh, the favorite dungeons. It's just the Fox one or the Hound, whatever it is, Fox and the Hound. That favorite dungeon. There's really not a lot in there for it. And then of course the Sealed Temple. You all know about. Oh, wait a minute. Anything else? No, no, so that was a restricted area. All right. So, uh, we'll go over here real quick. So the only place that needs to go up more is the castle, which I've got it going. The Relic Forge has 2 more levels, and the Mage's Tower has 2 more levels, and then these two have 3 more levels. But I'll get to them eventually. So, but what else? Oh, there was also the. Let me drop down in here into the news. We'll pull this in this way. Was it a developer's note? 19th. Yeah, I think this was talking about the Hall of Conquerors. So they're going to be changing that. Here's the new silhouettes, the reveals. And of course, they say they're going to be particularly vulnerable to debuffs. This, we believe, is Gorgos. So we don't know if he's going to be the Flame Gorgos we go against normally, or if they're going to switch that up to a different, like Ice or Storm. That would be neat. It would cost some theory crafting to come in to see what you can kind of do. And then this guy, he's one of the bosses on like the Forbidden Dungeons, like between floors 90 and 100, or 95 and 100, somewhere in there, somewhere between 90 and 100. He's one of them. And somebody's got minions. When you face him, you got to take one out. So, but you basically got to take out his minions, and then he can start taking damage. But so this is neat. The rewards are going to change. So this is cool. This is cool. So I'm glad to see that all that's coming in. They're trying to put out some more content in here. So, um, but yeah, real quick, like I'm gonna jump in. We'll look at my characters. So Morgan, she's where she is. I did recently pick up her ice. It was available in the store, so I've got that one. Now I just need her wind. Um, so I'm gonna play around with trying to get this built up a little bit. Uh, I just need to get her sixth awakening on it. I had it, but I used it for somebody else. So um, Caliburn is, he's done basically, except for this ability here. Um, let's see what else is going on. Tristan, I finally got Tristan to C3, so now we're getting this. I need to definitely need to get him to 8, but I wanted his 3 because that works. I mean, you can pretty much leave him at 3 if you want. So when you go to do your do your wish list, you don't have to put him in there. Um, Not really a whole lot else going on in here as far as characters go. So, yeah. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give y'all a midweek summonings video. I have a few of these saved up. We're not going to do any of the raid ups. No, because there's no point in that. Saving them up because we believe next week with the new content, there's going to be a new hero possibly. So we definitely want to save up for those special summons. Yeah, we've got plenty to do for that. Summon Relic. I did spend some more gems on this, did a 10 pop, and believe it or not, I got Charlotte's flame. Not, oh, it was her flame. That's right. Does she start with it? Anyways, I got one of her relics, and by some stupid reason, when I was selling off the overflow, it got sold as well, and I was like, oh man. And yes, it was a Charlotte's Flame relic, which would have worked for Padar's, but again, not hardly anybody uses her in there. So I was kind of bummed about that. So really don't have anything in here for these. So the only one I'd really need to pull on would be this one to try to get this, but I'll wait and hopefully I'll get a legendary relic summon selector and I'll pick this, or I'll get it through here, or I can pick it up through the store. So but as we go to the store and you see in the relics, it was here. I bought it. I could pick up Charlotte's Frost if I wanted, but I can't see doing that. And I don't want to put myself that low in case, next week this rolls over and Morgan Storm's in here. So I'm not going to miss that. As far as the heroes in here go, Ibervent would be nice. Nika definitely. So at least these bottom three would work. So, but anyways, we're here for summons. Not going to do that. I want to save those because I think, if I'm right, next week is going to be the crystal consumption event, and I want to save those 2,000 gems to go for the Knight's Pass to get the commander side, so I can get those rewards out of there. But we're going to do some special summons. As you can see, I've got 60 to go to pity. My wish list is currently sitting at Nika and Iwaret. They're in there until 8. Plautus, trying to get a little bit more into her, and then Lancelot. Of my others, um, I don't I don't really need any more out of there for now. So we're just gonna run with this group and be good with it. So here we go. Without further ado, we're gonna jump right into this. So here we go. Here's our first 10. Hopefully they're not gonna make me go to pity for this. Maybe I can get lucky and get something right off the bat. Let's see if we can't get anything good here. Nope. All right. Next 10, please. Nope, nothing important there. Let's watch it and see. And no gold there. Summon again. At least we're going to be able to build up some currency for that. We're going gold? Nope. All right. Please, come on. Don't make me go pity, guys. Don't make me go pity. Boom. One more? Nope. All right. Dang it. So it looks like they're going to make me go to pity for this. There it is. I think that was my pity pull. Was it? I don't know. But let's find out who we get. Who do we get in our list? Who is on the list? Oh, no double drop. I wish it was. So there's Bulk. There's La Polluti. And then no one can tell where the launched arrow may land. Oh, it's Claudus. Eh. All right. So was that? I don't think that was my pity, was it? Anyways, we'll pop these last two and we'll see what happens. Maybe luck will favor me and I'll all right. Normally I don't recommend you use crystals to do this, but I'm gonna do this 10 pop. Use the crystals because we might get lucky in here. And no, all right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that was all. That was just harsh. Oh, that was so hard. That was so hard. Well, I did get one out of my wish list. Not who I really wanted, but I did get one. I mean, I guess I could I guess I could take these two out and put people I've already got ranked at 10. Like I could go ahead and put we got Morgan in here, and then Morgan's the only one I got at 10. So, but she would be able to add to the currency and stuff. But we'll leave it as it is. We'll leave it as it is because this is how it works. Oh, and I got my normal summon that I can do, so I can clear that one. I don't even wait. I did actually get some rares out of here, a couple singles that I did do that with, but most of the time it's all it's all this stuff. So, but alrighty. So, let's do this. Let's grab that. Ah, Night's Pass. That's what I wanted. So as you can see, we've got all of those. We're gonna claim. Oh, even got the big one. So we jumped up some levels. So 14. Wow, we got. All right, we'll take all that, especially the gold. Love the gold. So, and then yeah, and this one here, when you finish it, you'll get 10 more of these. I don't know if I'll buy this again, but these extra 20 out of here. So you get these 10 for free with the crystals. These you get for $20, and so here's your 30. Because you get 20 out of here, 30 here, and then if you keep picking one up out of the oh, and it's a good thing I went in here. And if you keep going and picking one up out of the shard shop, every day, you can get up there to enough to be able to pull characters. So I have this. I got this for completing something. I don't remember what it was, but I thought, I'm just gonna hold on to that till the next time I do a pulls video, and we'll see what I get. Maybe I'll get lucky and pull somebody good out of here, even though it's a chance. So, ready? Here we go. Without further ado, I'm gonna stop my babbling and pull this. Who do we get? We got a Brennan. Wow, cool. Oh, that was a relic shard. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. I thought it was a legendary uh, shard. So I got Brennan's Frost, which I think is a waste because if we look, where you at, Brenny? Right there. Yeah. See, I didn't have his Frost. Cool. So now I have all of Brennan's. So, anyways, this one I got too. I pulled. I forgot about that because I was using this one for so long, and as you can see, it's maxed up. And then I did something, and I pulled this. I think that's what it was. When I did the other uh, relic summon with the crystals, I got this, and I was all excited. I was like, oh, because this is the relic you want to go after. This one is good for when you use them in Aldry because of it's the opposite of what Aldry is, so it works. But when you're using for everything else, this is the one you want because of this skill right here. He attacks two enemies two times. Not really worried about the damage, but he grants a barrier for to all allies. But you can get that up to uh, two blocks for one turn. But it gives all allies, whereas the storm one uh, just gives it for one uh, on one ally. So and they have low HP. Now this one I haven't really looked at. So let me see here. All right, that looks all the same. So these are all a little bit different. So what does this one do? Attacks one enemy two times, total damage of that. We don't care. 80% chance for the second hit to inflict taunt, and 80% last hit to recover disruption. Okay. And then this one is attacks. It's a triple hitter. The inflict taunt, and then 100% chance to gain barrier, which blocks 3 attacks one turn, and a grant ally with the lowest HP barrier. All right. So it's kind of like a better version of uh this. Yeah, it's a better version of animosity on the storm relic, but it's on the third skill instead. So um yeah, and then increase the taunt and the barrier count up to wow, okay. So Still not bad, not bad. So I got that. Cool. Nice to see. So, all right, that wasn't too bad. My mistake in thinking that it was a summons for a character, um, not for the relic. Why? Sorry, I got sidetracked there for a brief moment. I have it bad. I'm kind of like bad. Sometimes I have ADHD and I forget what I'm doing. Whatever. So, but yeah, doing okay in the war. We've so far, I think we've won two, lost one around there. I'd have to go back and look, but doing not too bad. Doing not too bad. Doing not too bad. Oh my gosh, what horrible English is that? Not doing too bad. We're doing okay. We'll just leave it at that. We're doing okay. So, have we definitely been able to hit the 20 players checking in every day? I think there was one day we missed it by one person, but other than that, yeah, we're doing okay. We are doing okay. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in, give you a midweek video, a hump day, do some hump day pulls, and kind of give you just an idea what's going on. A couple of the new events. So you got so go farm some equipment. You get the what am I looking to say? You get the points so you can get this stuff. You get resources if you need them, gold, stamina, so you can keep going. And then if you can get to this, you get a selector for this, so that's not bad. And then you enhance. Really, this one you could probably knock out. A lot of people do is you craft 3 and 4 star gear, and then you just because it's cheap, and you enhance it, and then that knocks that out, and then you claim all this stuff, and then this stuff is stuff you can turn around and possibly sell. So, but and then new stuff for the Hall of Conquerors. Like I said, it just reset, so I need to get in there and run my runs. I was gonna be in the top 50, but apparently I got booted out at the last minute and I didn't make it. So I was in the 51 to whatever, and that aggravated me. But I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. We'll see how the new one works next week and see how things differ. Because if you're going to be doing uh, be able to do dot stuff, then you're going to want to go after characters that can do the dots, like your Rosier. You got also your uh, where's she at? You got this gentleman here, Lancelot. I wanted to call him Sigrun. I don't know why, but yeah, Anguish. He does some dots too. So you're going to look for dot characters. They're going to be the ones that are going to work for the new bosses that come up. So that's what we're going to do, and everybody's going to be crafting and figuring out what works, and it'll all be great. So, but anyways, we're going to leave it here. It's a little bit shorter than what I normally do. Y'all ought to be happy for that. Because as you know, I can tend to babble all that, and I've seen where y'all skip around my videos. And I get it. You're wanting to get to the good stuff. You don't want to just listen to somebody ramble on if they don't have nothing to say. I get it. I do it too. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate this very much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, glad to have you back. Welcome again. And we're just gonna go away with this. As always, remember, be kind, be safe. Most of all, be blessed. We'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.